Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and I pray this message finds you and your loved ones safe, peaceful, and well. Just as I was walking through the treehouse this morning, I was saying a prayer to God, and I said, please bring in some light and bring me an opportunity to understand what is mine to do today. And just as I sat down, these rays of morning light came popping through. Oh my gosh, do I just love the way that Spirit works. And Spirit is working today. I want to share with you something that is absolutely so awesome. It's so empowering, it's so peaceful making, and it'll believe itself into being if you give yourself an opportunity to exercise these three self-love practices. One of the things that I know all of us are working through, possibly struggling with, really going through it, or we just know someone who is. It's all about our mental and emotional well-being right now, our personal peace, and something that we absolutely have to be aware of right now. And we have to be open to not being afraid to really look at it, bring ourselves closer to it, and help ourselves to move through it, or at the very least, while we're in it, not find ourselves getting stuck in it in such a way that it becomes harmful to us or to someone around us. So I want to walk you through three experiences that you can bring forward today. And frankly, these three experiences, they will gift you in so many powerful ways, not just during this experience of coronavirus, but every day the rest of your life. Because I do believe there is a heightened level of stress that's just normal on this planet, but now it's taken on exponential levels where our fight or flight is so engaged, and it's getting into our head. It's getting into our space, it's getting into our heads, it's getting into our hearts, and we need a practice. So I want to share with you three things that you can start doing today that I promise you, you do these, you're going to go, oh my gosh, game changer, so powerful, and please share this with someone who you know. You go, oh my gosh, yeah, that person, I know they're going through it more than I am right now, or you just know you have to reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm going through it, and this is what I'm doing, because sometimes if we put our guard down and just say, hey, listen, this is what I'm going through. It's dark right now, but this is the practice I'm working on. It opens up a level of permission to others so they feel like they can engage too. And being vulnerable right now, for goodness sakes, every single one of us is vulnerable. Let's just get that on the table. We're all vulnerable, so let us come together and create some common humanity. And so here's the three practices I want you to think about. Number one, the first one is self-awareness. Just giving ourselves the opportunity to say, yep, I'm stressed, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, and I just want to acknowledge the fact that is where I'm at. That level of self-awareness does amazing things to help circulate a different type of chemistry that opens up a space of grace for inquiry, for an opportunity to shift some of the thinking and allow us to move out of some of the dark spaces into some opportunities for possibility. And that allows us to move into the second space, which is self-compassion. When we don't know what to do, we don't know what's going to happen, when we're in that space of going, I need to get out of what if. Because with all those what ifs, the future fear, the future unknowns, the future of all the things that we don't have control of, we need to come back to what now. Not what if, but what now. And that's where self-compassion gets a foothold in possibility. Self-compassion is when we just say to ourselves, you know, what now? What now is I'm going to do something that I know brings me a sense of peace. I'm going to do something right now that gives me a sense of possibility. I'm going to admit to the fact that right now I'm kind of lost, but I can find myself by being present with what is. That is my what now, and that is birthed through a level of self-compassion, which today, oh my goodness, is heroic. But you're a hero. And I know what hero means underneath all of these sort of egocentric ideas of hero. Hero literally means to be honoring the inner knowing. That's where the Greek etymology comes from. Honoring the deep inner knowing. And your deep inner knowing that you have a hero inside of you is acknowledged through self-compassion. And that will give rises to the next, which is the experience of self-efficacy, which is simply doing what it is that you need to do right now to move your needle forward, your personal needle. That personal needle could be, I'm going to put something good in my body. That personal needle could be, you know, I'm not going to sit and watch any more news. I'm going to take a walk outside and I'm not bringing my phone. I'm going to do something when I'm actually with my loved ones or someone who I can call. I'm going to do a FaceTime and I'm going to be fully present with them. Those are all my self-efficacies. But here's the key to self-efficacy. It's actually saying, this is what I'm going to do, And then we do it. And while we're doing it, we're fully present with it, because when we do that, it raises our confidence. It raises our sense of self. It raises our sense of hope. And hope is the number one leadership quality, not just for the people out there, but for yourself. You give yourself hope. We start with self-awareness. We move into self-compassion, and then we grow into self-efficacy. Making good on your good intentions brings you a level of hope, a level of love, a level of peace. It changes our neurochemistry, it boosts our immune system, and helps us to create a space of grace. We don't want to spend more time in the what ifs. That will find itself. But if we are in what now, we have a very strong influence about what may come from now. Be here now, self-aware, with self-compassion, and follow through with self-efficacy. I believe in you. I love you. Let's believe in us. Peace and love. Thank you.